desert.
I thought you were gone.
I've gone away from you. I didn't believe.
Hungry Jack's Cafe is going fancy. New eggs Ben.
Water. Hot water. I can stand. I can stand. I can stand.
I don't think you should. I don't think you should. I should just sit there for a bit.
It's not safe.
Where is Dahlia?
Somewhere nearby.
But I can see that she's
You put me on the chair.
Come on.
I wanted to contact you. I couldn't move to a telegram without help. I told Indy to tell you I was here.
yeah, they told me. I also got a rundown of what happened.
Yeah, I hear it's the talk of the town.
The town?
Talk of the town.
But police didn't know what happened to you.
Well, how much do you want to know, Blaze?
Whatever you're willing to share. Whatever it's going to take to keep you safe.
What have you heard out there in the West?
Just that, Ernie was dealt with. And that you were hurt. Not too much else.
You were there that day in Blackwater alongside me. You saw how Ernie prodded. You saw how I had to put him in his place. Not long after that, not long after that shootout, I got a telegram from the California kid saying that Ernie had declared war on the barbarians. About 5 seconds after I got that telegram, Ernie walked into Valentine, and I didn't recognize him at first. Reno recognized him. He ran out the back door of the telegram office and slunk away into the bush. Opie and Jinx showed up in Valentine. Me, Reno, Judith and Dahlia went to speak to them. Ernie came back into town and joined them like he hadn't run away. Pretended like he just came into town. I said, let's go have a chat. We went to a camp outside of Valentine in the woods. And there were 3 of them, Ernie, Jinx and Opie. There were 6 of us. Amanda was with us. She told me. I told her to leave, that things might get dicey. But she wanted to stay with us in the meeting with Ernie. I told her to leave, but she didn't want to. Reno tried to tell her to. But I didn't want to rob her of her right to make a decision if she wanted to have my back. She made the decision she wanted to be there in case something happened. We went to that meeting and I knew because of California's telegram that they had declared war on us, but I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. You see, I just shot the man 2 days ago, and the way I was taught is you don't punch down. When a threat has been eliminated and you see them again, you don't punch down, you don't double dip. That's what they call honor. It's what I believe in. So I told them I don't beat on wounded dogs. And I asked them if they were still planning on seeking retribution for that shootout with Ernie. I'd shot him down that day in Thieves Landing, you see, and he wasn't none too happy. He said that for now it was over, but made it clear he was going to come after us. And in one last attempt, so we could leave it as it was between me and Ernie, I said, get the fuck out of here. Y'all can leave now, I'm giving you a chance. And they left. After that argument, Judith was asking me why didn't we just shoot him. Reno was telling me I was instigating, and Amanda got into an argument with Reno, telling him to get off my back about it. That Ernie was instigating just as much. 2-3 days later, Ernie and Jinx find Amanda alone, pick her up, take her to the piss shack, and they kill her. They kill her. I found her in Strawberry, we went there. Judge was distraught, he punched me in the face. We decide that we're gonna wait for Cook and Winnie to come back. Before we do anything, so we wait until the day they're back, and the day they come back arrives. By the time I'd woken up, they'd already found Opie and Jinx and shot them. There was just Ernie left, and then I met them. And just by the way they were looking at me, just by the way Winnie was talking to me, I could see that something was off. Winnie asked me, why didn't I tie up Amanda? Why didn't I bash her over the head? Why did I let her go to that meeting? And I told her she was a grown woman and I let her make her choice. If she wanted to have my back, I wasn't going to rob her of her choice. She said because I'd been around longer, she held me to a higher standard and she expected better. We went round and round and round talking until we finally decided we'll go after Ernie. And so we began our search. Ernie was found. He was taken to the piss shack, the same one Amanda had been killed in. I went there and I saw Ernie smoking a cigarette, looking nonchalant in his eyes. There was nothing there. Winnie said something to me. She said something in my ear. She said, "Don't you dare do anything, Dazza. I'm warning you. That's your one warning." And I looked at her. And I watched as Reno and Cook killed Ernie and shot him down in the piss shack. Afterwards, I said, let's meet at Fort Mercer. We meet at Fort Mercer and we're all there, all of us. Every single member of the Barbarians except for Lane. I look at Winnie and I said, what was that all about in the piss shack? What warning were you trying to give me? Why are you giving me warnings? Is that what we do to each other now? She said to me, it's just a friendly warning. And I said, what if I had done something to Ernie? What would you have done? She said she would have beaten the shit out of me. I said, sure. Cook was awful silent, but we started arguing all the same. Everyone, Gabe and Dahlia had my back. Judith and Reno said a few things, but Cook. Cook said that I should have waited. That I shouldn't have let Amanda go to that meeting. So was Winnie, saying the same thing. I said at least I was here. At least I was here fighting and trying to give the group some direction. At least I was here, Cook, what I told him. And Cook got up in my face, said, I leave you to deal with Oscar, my brother loses an eye. I leave you to deal with these people and Amanda dies. I said to him, you think I don't blame myself for Amanda's death? I do, but it ain't all on me. She was a grown woman. Winnie piped up and said something, I didn't remember what it was, but then I looked to her and I said, Winnie, I wonder what Whitefeather would say if he was still here. You talking about getting people killed from decisions, you're a hypocrite, go fuck yourself. And I turned my back and I walked away. And I thought an argument was an argument. I'd walk away just to cool my head. We'd pick it up tomorrow. We'd sleep on it. We hadn't even buried her yet. So I walk out of the fort and onto a hill. And I can see the moonlight shimmering off the water. I'm trying to catch my breath and just be alone. But I don't think anything could have prepared me for what happened next. Because what happened next was the man I called brother following me up that hill. Wait until I was alone and pointing his gun at the back of my head. I heard the click of the hammer behind me. And I turned around and I saw that gun in my face. And I said, brother, what are you doing? What is this? He said, she's dead, Dazza. I said, after everything I've done for you, how could you do this to me? How could you point a gun at me? He said, what happens the next time someone gets hurt? Is it going to be Judge next time, or Reno, or Winnie, or someone else? I said, if you're going to shoot me right now, then Winnie should have been shot 5 times already. When people threaten me in this gang, you look the other way. The double standards. He looks at me and he says, first Reno, now Amanda, that's 2 of my blood, Dazza. My blood. And in that moment I realized as much as I thought I was worth as much to him as his blood, I'm not his blood. You see, to Cook is all about Cook and Cook's blood. And if you're not Cook's blood, you're secondary. And that's what I realized. I will never mean as much to him as Reno. I'll never mean as much to him as Amanda. I'll never mean as much to him as Winnie. I thought I did, but I don't. So after he said, that's 2 of my blood, I looked at him dead in the fucking eye. And I said to him, now it's gonna be 3 of your blood. And I pulled out my gun and I fanned him down. After I fanned him down, Reno shot me. And then Dahlia pulled her gun to defend me and got shot too. And everything went black. Everything went so black after that. But I came to find out when I woke up that Alice had to stop Winnie because Winnie was trying to take me out of the medical office while I was half dead and throw me off a cliff.
Fuck's sake.
You bleed, you sweat, you shoot, you pour your heart out for so many people, only for it to amount to nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
I can't imagine what it feels like to have a brother pull a weapon on you. Must be really hard. I can't imagine what it must have felt like to have your brother pull a weapon on you. It must be really hard.
I don't think I felt any pain quite like it. Like your soul gets ripped out through your throat.
Yep.
Blaze,
Ha-
what was that?
Go ahead, Kerr.
no. You go.
Lane was here with his woman Delphi a few days ago. Knows everything that happened. But I want to give you the same piece of advice I gave him. Are you listening?
Yeah.
No matter what you do from here on out, whoever you dedicate yourself to whatever cause you decide to live for, you be careful who you give your heart and soul and blood to. Make sure you're doing it for the right person. Make sure you're doing it for someone who cares about you just as much as you care about them. Don't be me. Don't be the one sitting in this chair in 1, 2, 3 years down the line. Make sure whoever you follow shares your convictions. Okay?
Yeah. I wish there was something I could say, Deza.
There's nothing you can say. My brother betrayed me.
Whatever happened to the whole West loyalty convictions and all that crap.
You know, I've been wondering the same thing myself. You see, you spend so long fighting beside someone and you have an image of how they are in your head. You have this image of them. You think they are someone, but they're someone else entirely. I thought,
The whole having everybody's back without question. Never pulling weapons on one another. I always fucking hated Winnie after she dragged me by my hair. I would quite happily rope her up and dangle her off a fucking cliff. Just leave her hanging there until she died. Let the birds poke out her eyes.
people just aren't what you think they are sometimes. Sometimes it takes you years to realize that the person you thought you knew was never there at all.
Guess the big bad outlaws of the West are too emotional for their own good.
I haven't even gotten to put Amanda in the ground. I don't know if they've done it already. I don't know if she's resting, if she's put to rest. I don't know what happened to her, where they have her, where they're gonna bury her, if they've done it.
You know, the glorious thing about that is we can say goodbye to her in our own way. Shoot our family too.
You know, I don't tell many people this, but I had to stop Cook from wanting to shoot Amanda once. He pulled me aside and said he wanted to shoot her, and I told him not to. And he points that gun at the back of my head, blaming me for a death he very well may have fucking caused down the line, like he never planned to shoot her himself. And I had to fucking stop it. I don't have faith in nothing no more.
The way I say it is, if there was a whole thing, why was people not with Amanda? Why is she running around alone? And B, the only person to blame here is the person that killed her.
Well, they killed him, and then when he was dead, they had no one else to blame but me. Hey, Wicked, how you going, man?
I fucking hate that he wanted to tie her up like she's some kind of caged creature.
When he said I should have tied her up, I bashed her over the head with my gun to stop her from going to that meeting, because that meeting is the one where they figured out who she was. But
That they would have figured out who she was anyway. If you want to know who people are, it's easy to find. You just pay someone $20 and all the information is spread around the crossing.
I mean, it's beside the point. Everyone's free to make their own choices. Everyone's free to make their own mistakes.
Quite frankly, I'm just fucking pissed that he's putting all this bullshit on you when he knows how sick you are. You can't tell me he doesn't know that.
he knows. He tried to take my... You know what it is.
Where is it?
Alice has it.
I don't fucking trust her with anything either. Lying cunt.
She saved me.
Well, at least you got her, right?
She stopped Winnie from taking me. She helped make me not die. She bandaged my wounds and took care of me here. I wanted to see you, Carrie, because it's about high time that you know what's happening. Because if you didn't know what was happening and you run into people, I can't promise you're not at risk. I can't promise that anymore.
Oh, you actually think they know who I am. That's cute.
They've met you.
Yeah, and every time I see them, they ask who I am, unless I'm with you. So there's that.
Thinking like that is a good way to... I don't want you to underestimate what people know about you. You can't afford to do that. Not now.
There's only two people I trust in this place. That is Indy and Blaze.
More people than I trust in the crossing.
Who do you trust?
A handful.
Because I know at least 3 people that would have your back through everything. 4, actually.
The people I can trust in the West in the crossing are a handful now.
Well, it's pretty shit what happened to you. But you're not alone. You still have people that would have your back through thick and thin. They would kill for you.
I would tell them to save their bullets for something that's not worth the effort.
Yeah, I'd say the same. But I don't want you dead either.
Well, I'm glad we could agree on something. I can't move that well. I hate asking for help. I don't like asking for help. And I know they're helping me. There's things you'd rather be doing, Kerry, but I wanted to ask if you could help me get to Benedict Point.
Yeah, you can do that.
And Blaze.
Carry on.
But I was asking both of you for your help. Get me there.
Yeah, of course.
And then when we get back, we can, cut up the dead horse outside and you can get in it and it'll make you feel better.
Zip really fucked you up, huh?
I just thought it would be funny.
Yeah, you're a fucking zip quill knowledge absorber, that's for sure.
Come on.
Fuck. Why is there a fucking dead horse out here? I don't remember that.
Did you not hear me?
What did the horse do to you?
I haven't killed one for a while.
For a while, Jesus Christ. What shit was Zip teaching you while I was away? Thanks.
I need you to lead because I can't remember the way to Benedict from here. What happened to Oscar, by the way?
What's the
Is he
last
dead?
thing? What's the last thing you remember about Oscar? And then I can tell you.
He was poking out Reno's eyeball. Was that Reno? I think it's Reno.
Yeah. Right after that, he telegrammed me. And you were there for that. You were there for that in the snow when I shot him and took him back to the hole.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The barbarians dealt with him.
That's the last. Uh-huh. So is he dead?
After the barbarians dealt with him, he didn't die. Said he was going to leave the crossing, and he said he was going to pay one last trip to the graves before he left. So it sounded like he wanted to have a parting word with me. and some things happened. He ended up stabbing me, and Alice got me out of there, got me safe, and that was when the barbarians dealt with him, and he's alive, I think.
I don't know. You didn't send me a letter back, so I didn't know. And someone told Blaze he was dead.
Yeah, I can't remember who someone in Deep's Landing.
When did you hear this?
It was a while ago now. I can't even remember who told me.
I heard that he'd lost an eye and was in a coma.
I'm commencing to get a mite pecked.
I ordered...
People don't last long in comas.
No.
Sorry, I slid it.
It's okay.
Well, why did you shoot Cook? What if he wasn't going to shoot you?
When you draw a line, you don't do it without the intention of using it.
I know. I got taught. I'm just curious.
We all have been taught the same thing. When you draw a gun on someone, you best have the conviction to pull the trigger. And if you don't have the conviction to pull the trigger and you are hesitating, then maybe you know what you're doing is fucking wrong. So I shot him.
Good.
He betrayed me. He didn't even have the fucking gall to look me in the face. He had to draw that gun at the back of my head, like some kind of slithering vulture waiting for the right calculated moment to strike.
This is probably really sadistic, but I'm kind of enjoying the fact that you know how it feels now. But at the same time, I wish it didn't happen to you. It's very confusing feelings.
You are my sister. You have a sick sadistic streak in you. I know that because I have the same thing. We're alike in that manner, Carrie. Always have been. From the day we were tots.
Tots is a funny word. I don't know why. Sorry, serious conversation. Carry on.
I know I don't blame you for how you feel. I think you're right to feel that way about me. I have no excuse. I don't make excuses when I have none.
Turn your pastime into your full.
Go left here, kiss.
Where's Stelio? Do you know?
I wish I did. Maybe I should telegram him.
Yeah. I'll let you down gently. There
Thank
you
you.
go.
Because he was... So, Reno telegrammed Dazza asking why, and then Dazza responded saying, maybe you should ask your brother why he came up behind me and pointed a gun at the back of my head. Reno wants to talk. Barton. Blaze. Blaze. Alright, so we need to talk to Reno and Judith, who they've both reached out and want to talk. We haven't got Lane. So chat, we played a bit off stream and we've just been at that cabin kind of having scenes with people that dropped by. We had a big talk with Lane. It was a very, very interesting scene. I got it recorded, so maybe I'll show that another time. But we did speak to Lane. Who else did we speak to? We spoke to Lane. And some others. Wait, yeah, we spoke, guys. We spoke to Lane. We spoke to Barton and Indy. Barton and Indy I didn't stream, but you can see that on Resin's stream. Carrie.
Yeah.
Some people from my gang want to meet me. They're not around now, but they want to meet me. What do you think I should do?
Well, what does the letter say?
There's two people.
Who is it from, actually?
One is from Judith and one's from Rena. They want to talk.
I feel like that they are your friends and probably hating all this, but at the end of the day, that they will do whatever Cook wants them to do. That's what we do in this life. Either way, we don't want to do it, so it's up to you. Just make sure you have people there with you.
You know, part of me wishes I died that day just so I didn't have to look at any of them ever again.
Would you shut the fuck up?
It's the truth.
I don't want to hear your sob bullshit story. You're not gonna die. Stop it.
That's what you think, Kerry. Yeah, okay, we'll telegram back Reno. Dazza will meet them alone. Dazza does not give a fuck. Like, he's not afraid to meet Reno alone. Or Judith. Hey, Squeaks, wicked. I forgot. I keep forgetting to telegram people. Who was I meant to telegram? Who have I not telegrammed? I think I've... I've been...
Oh. What?
What is it?
What? Nothing. I was just going to say, although if you really do feel like dying, I can do it for you if you like.
Is that a joke? You mean you could probably...
I guess we'll never know.
You could probably do it right now. Can't defend myself. If that's what you really want.
Is it what you really want, though, is the question.
What I want is to go to Armadillo and be somewhere that isn't a cramped cabin for a little bit at least before I have to go back.
Good, because if you said yes, I was going to fucking slap you, because you have a woman who loves you and cares about you and would do anything for you.
I know.
You treat her so fucking bad. You know that, right?
She knows what she signed up for.
Okay.
Thanks.
To Armadillo.
What are you doing, Blaze? You still a railer?
Yeah, to the day I die now.
He's just out here getting railed by the railers.
He's getting... I thought he was the one doing the railing.
Yeah, that's right.
I haven't been able to see what's going on in the West. Can someone tell me the state of it? What's been happening since I've been gone?
It's been empty, as far as I know, from what I've seen.
It's been
But
fairly
I'm not
quiet.
around early.
Thieves Landing has been very quiet. I did get an unfortunate piece of news, I guess, last night.
What's that?
I don't know how close you were with the Animales, but from what I was told, there are orbits scattered to the wind.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Well, I guess you won't be seeing the Animales around the crossing, other than in dribs and drabs.
Is Johnny
I spoke
okay?
with Silas. I'm not too sure. He didn't give me specifics. He said there were some left here and there, tying off whatever loose ends were left.
Well, I know the Animales because I knew their previous leader. You see, Ramon was their previous leader and him and I were very close. I saved him from getting robbed by Pippi and his Bedlam gang. And ever since then he was grateful and always offered to help whenever he could, and then he made something of himself and then died. And I ain't been too privy to the going-ons of the Animales since Willie took over. I know they put eyelid in the fort. I know they roamed tall trees. I know they had problems with the DiCenzos. And I know Johnny was with them. I hope Johnny's alright.
Yeah. He didn't give me too many details, but he was very clear that he wanted to tell me that their reign of terror was over. So take that as you will.
Whose reign of terror? What do you mean?
The Animales.
Johnny said that.
No, it's Silas. The fella I met last night.
Who's Silas?
It's one of the Animales. One of the quieter in the outfit, but
Maybe I've met them actually, yeah.
yeah, I wore a big white hat with a matchstick in the headband.
Ew.
Well, this is probably exactly what you had in mind for me when you told me have a nice life the last time you saw me.
Yeah, well, you pick a stupid fucking mask over your sister, dumbass. One you try to kill me for.
I wasn't going to...
Oh, it was either that or I was going to shoot Alice, so...
Please don't.
I'll think about it.
Oh my god, why? I don't need more drama. I don't need this. I think Kerry's just saying, like, she's spurting hot air right now. I think she's just angry and... So what are the railers doing these days, robbing banks?
Yeah, Banks. Yeah, we had a gun store yesterday. Picking fights with most of Saint Denis, it seems. We always seem to have issues with the folk east.
You pissed off some city folk then?
Yeah.
Who?
First it was the Bluebell Jenkins gang. Then it was the bar ladies. And now it's the, well, we call them the Deviled Egg. They wear all white.
What?
The what?
Yeah. Well, we call them the Deviled Eggs. They have some of the Spanish name.
What?
Something of Los Diablos Blancos or something. We just call them the
The Del
Deviled Eggs.
Lobos?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, they their name translates to some interesting
You know
in
what?
English, I suppose.
Gary, you can kill me. I'll give you permission.
No, there'll be none of that.
So selfish. I'm starting to wonder if you actually care about anyone else apart from yourself.
I left.
Okay.
The crossing's become a strange place, does it?
Has it not always been a strange place? Well, the blaze grunt
yes.
says it all. It's the song. Every time you do that, I just imagine you turning into a wolf and ripping someone's throat out. Oh, look, people. They're binocularly.
Why are you turning it around? Oh, making me dizzy.
Can I check my
I-
kilograms quickly?
Are you wanted?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it doesn't.
very.
Oh,
But I don't care.
I just need to get food. Don't have to stay long.
I get. Yeah.
It's fine. If I have to run, I'll run. I'll check my telegrams and I'll be in there.
Okay. Okay. Jump onto the porch. Don't go near that horse.
Is that rabbit?
Hello. How are you? Did just fine.
Just fine. Nothing extraordinary.
Is that the rabbit?
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. How are you doing?
Right.
Thought I recognized you. How you going, rabbit?
You seem like shit. No offense.
I am like
He
shit.
is.
What she said.
Mm-hmm. What was your question again? Sorry.
I said, how are you?
Doing just fine. It's a bit quiet now, ain't it?
Yeah, you seen many folks roll through around here.
I only saw one person shooting at some birds. South from the town.
Well, at least they weren't shooting rabbits, right?
Oh yeah, they weren't.
Didn't I take you on a job?
We met before?
We took you on a fucking bank job last time I saw you.
It's been quite a time, hasn't it? I do. I have a good memory.
You just asked me if we've met, and you're telling me you have a good memory in the same sentence.
No, I asked these two folk riding on the right of me.
I'm kids. I don't think.
Well done, you rabbit. Or am I hallucinating?
Did he say something?
Yeah. He said, "Wait on you, rabbit." Can you not hear him?
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear that part. Yeah, I'm a rabbit.
Yeah, you used to ride with the listener.
Wouldn't say that, but
Sure.
I did give the impression because I rode with them for 1 week just to rob him.
Oh. Lovely.
No, ain't it? Real Daisy. Yeah, My name is Jimmy Grace, like the Amazing Grace. People call me the Rabbit for many different reasons. A lot of
Yeah, you have
reasons.
legs or something. I've heard
Yeah, I
this
have
spiel
huge,
before.
extraordinarily huge thighs, and my buck teeth
Right.
also are big, big teeth. Also, I'm quick with my words, quick with my action, even sometimes quick with my wit. But most importantly, I'm quick with my gun, quick like a rabbit.
Yep, definitely heard that before.
What's the
Oh yeah,
rabbit
it's
been up
part of my
to?
usual introduction. Uh, well, I just brought a chest from that whatever that fucking place is called, that furniture shop. Dragged it all the way to Armadillo. It was pretty heavy. Or then I'm just not strong enough.
Do you find what you were looking for? I remember you said you're looking for the next step in your life, you know, robbing banks, finding people. Did you find people, like-minded people like you? You ride for people now? What are you doing with your life?
I don't ride for people now. Of course, I figure there's a lot of folk who are ready to do shit to me, so that's alright.
Do shit to
But
you.
do shit with me, not to me. Jesus Christ, that's
I mean, if you want someone to do stuff to you, I'm pretty good. You know, there's this like thing that I want to do with a rope off a cliff that you could maybe be part of if you wanted.
sounds very tempting, but maybe I'll leave that to another day.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But yeah, what I meant to say is that I work with people, a lot of different people.
Hey, Kaz.
Only the people I like, though. Only the people I trust. But I
Oh,
don't,
then
I don't ride with anyone officially.
that's how you do it. I guess this guy's
Yeah,
choice.
I guess so. Feel free, Mr. Mustacho.
That's Gregory. He likes to pick his nose at the table. Don't mind him.
Oh, lovely to meet you, Gregory. You don't seem like the very conversational type.
Nah. Well, Rabbit, looks like you got an extra holster on your hip now. You're going up in the
Oh
world.
yeah, 2 guns.
Doing business, shooting guns, looking a bit more tidier than the last time I saw you. Dressing a bit more expensive, making some money, are ya?
You could say that. You could say that. Not all
Well,
about the money for me, though.
good for you, good for you. It's good to see.
I'm more glad seeing my name again on the newspaper.
You seen many law about these parts today?
Not today, not today. Uh, Yesterday, quite a lot of them. Can't really go nowhere without them spotting me and coming to talk with me and give me the opportunity to surrender again.
Yeah.
How
Go to the
kind of
office. I'm sorry, what was that?
it's very kind of them to offer.
It is. It's very kind of them. Every single time I do tend to decline their offer, though, which is unfortunate for them, since they are so kind after all. But yeah, I keep 2 revolvers on my holster just in case, because I don't fire a long arm. I don't think I have ever used a long arm in a gunfight before or anything like that.
I remember
Fine. Sure, I will do just fine.
you had some quick double action in our job many a months ago.
Oh, yeah. Real quick gone, that is.
Yeah, I need to check my telegrams, but
So what y'all been doing then?
I need to go with him so I don't cock it.
Oh, of course. Understandable.
thought you wanted to kill me.
It was a test. You don't think if I wanted to kill you, I wouldn't have already?
No, I think you're more than capable.
What?
And we speak.
Does it heal?
What's that?
Oh, never mind.
What's that?
I was like, does he always send it from the wrong address? Because when he was sending me letters, he was sending them from the different POs that weren't his.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing, trying to play trickeries. He might come here. I don't expect trouble. But if he wanted to, I guess it'd be the perfect time. Nothing more prime for the picking than a lone Westerner.
Yeah, alone, by yourself, no one else. It's just you here. We're invisible.
Well, I've been cast out by my own gang, so gangless then.
You should try being cast out by your own brother. That's worse.
Alright, listen. Can you... you're making me dizzy. You're doing that thing I do. You know what? Why are we like polar opposites? Whenever I'm fucking going insane, you're sane. Whenever you're going insane, I feel like I've got my shit together. But that's besides the point. I seen you months ago now, probably, and you tell me you have a nice life, rightfully so. I don't see you, I miss you, and then I see you now and I just don't know what to say. I know that I want to say things to you, I just don't know how to. I think about you when you're not here. All the time. Might be hard for you to believe. I know now, even though I was half dead in that cabin, you still came.
Yep.
Why?
Part of it is for Indy. The other part is that I do actually give a shit about what happens to you, even if I'm mad at you, want to poke out your eyeballs and drag you along the road with your intestines. You can't just remove caring about someone even when you're mad.
Did you know that this is the first place I met Amanda? Me and Zip? We rode into town, and there she was, that one milky white eye, and the other one full of life and wondrous awe of her surroundings. She was bright. She had convictions. She was quiet, but when she did have something to say, it was meaningful. You know who that reminded me of?
Who?
Do I have to say who?
You're gonna make me go through a list of names and guess?
She was quiet, but when she did speak, she always had something meaningful to say. She never spoke just for the sake of it. Whenever she did, that's something I liked about her. That's why I took her under my wing for a bit at the start.
You know, we had a club when I met her. I met her and Todd on the road out of town here. Just up the road. She helped me a lot.
She was
Really.
she was a good sibling to you. May as well have been. Friend, sibling, whatever it was. I know that she was good
I
to
was
you.
kind of a shitty friend in the end because I send her letters on chicken. But she gave me a horse and she helped me find you. And I know you were really close. Fucking hurts.
She reminded me of you in case I didn't make that obvious enough.
There was a bit of salt in there.
I mean it in a good way.
I know.
And I kept thinking when I saw her in that that medical office. You and her were so similar, it was like seeing her corpse. It was like a piece of you was dead with her, and then I started imagining what if... And I think I'm gonna say it aloud to you, something that's already obvious, but I do not think I can handle losing someone else anymore. I don't think I can. I can't do it anymore. I can't keep losing people I care about. I barely got any left.
They would have to get through Blaze first.
Please just don't. Please don't die. I can't do this, and I can't do this anymore. I can't.
Wow. They'd have to get to me first, you know. I'm an assassin, remember? I'm not gonna die.
Howdy.
Why'd you leave me in there with him?
Well, I had to check my telegrams, and I thought this is a perfect chance for me to talk to my sister, who always complains I don't talk to her.
He told me all about how he told the love of his life and killed her.
Oh, that's great.
Sounds productive. I'll check my telegrams, give me a second.
Fucking hell.
Okay, from Oscar, that burden will always be something I will live with. Those were my choices, despite what I believed they were mine to choose. At least you were still breathing and have folk who would throw your enemy. Oh god, yeah. We barely have any folk who would... He does not know. He does not know. At least you are still breathing and have folk who would throw your enemies off a cliff for you. I fear my time is short, so I'll leave you with this as how I felt at the time I was abandoned. Sometimes even when people have your best interest at heart, they can never truly know what is going on inside of your own. Follow your convictions even if you make mistakes along the way. You're a good man, Dazza, and I know you... And even though I did not know my father well, I like to think he'll be proud of you. Oh god, he's gonna make me emotional. Maybe that's where I learnt it too, or was in my blood all along. You'll now follow my own path to redemption. You did not fail me, you saved me. Fuck. I hope it comes to Armadillo and we can have like a scene. I told Oscar to come here, against my better judgment.
I have a rope, it's fine.
He won't do nothing, I
Now,
promise
does
you.
this sometimes I fucking wonder about you.
Hi.
What do you wonder?
Just what drives you to put yourself in positions where you're likely to get killed?
Well, that's the thing, it's fear. Fear is the inhibitor, you see. You don't run from things you aren't afraid of, and if you're not afraid, you don't run. You look at your problems head on and you face them down. The alternative is
Look,
running.
Carrie, don't put yourself in a position where you could die.
I didn't say that.
I'll do it.
I said don't die. I didn't say don't put yourself in a position to die. I just said don't die. Do what you will with your life, Kerry. Just don't die. That's the rule.
Ain't that a piece of advice? Just don't die.
Just don't die. Well, if you die, I'm gonna just leave you at the ranch. So you better not either.
You leave me there, I will resuscitate myself to roundhouse kick you.
I want to see this. It would be funny.
I can't die, I'm Dazza.
Exactly. I can't die either. I'm an
Exactly.
assassin.
I have your blood and you have mine. We're both bound by it.
Yep.
Here he comes.
I'm the smart one.
That must be him, right?
I don't know.
Don't want to come with me and talk?
I'll see. It looks like I can't see any belt things around his chest.
Looks like you got a hiccup from the last time I saw him. Do what you need to do, I'll be close by.
I didn't hurt you that, did I?
No. No, you didn't do this to me. In fact,
Well,
someone I never expected would did this to me. Kid, it's raining outside. Why don't you come in to the saloon?
you want to talk to me after everything I did to you?
Yeah, I do.
Do you want my guns?
I don't want anything from you.
Okay. Lead the way.
Do you have milk?
Unfortunately, I stopped my milk runs.
Damn it.
You don't have to stand
Oscar,
there
you
by
keep those
yourself.
fucking guns in their holsters. You hear me?
Yeah. I come in
Right, he's
peace.
offering them up.
Blaze, come inside, it's raining.
You better be drinking water.
You look more like your father. He didn't have no eye patch, but he had scars. In fact, you look worse than he did in his final days.
Well, I was about to say, it's a good thing you said final days because he's a corpse now. If I look like a corpse, and I don't know, might be best for Blaze here just to put the gun to my head.
From what I hear, you damn well near became one. Hell, you almost made me one.
Dahlia cares a lot about you. Don't remember much, but I remember her pulling out her knife and slicing me non-stop. She wouldn't stop. She kept going and going with her fiery rage in her eyes, and before I know it, she kicked me off that cliff, and I thought that was it. I wish I had somebody who cared for me that much. You're a lucky man, doesn't?
Don't look at me and see the culmination of luck and goodness, because I ain't any of that. I have my demons, I have my problems just as much as anyone else. I had the problem of a quill that came very close to killing me, and you are probably one of the only people that almost did the job. But only a quill could. Only a quill could almost kill Dazza. I'd like to think. You see this on my face?
Yeah.
Well, I lied to you, told you half-truths. I tried to take your identity. You took half my face in return. Funny how it all comes full circle, ain't it?
I didn't know what I was doing, does it? I didn't know. Well, I did. I knew. But I didn't know why.
You knew why. You had your convictions.
I'm sorry.
You wanted the truth. The truth matters. The truth was what I had to say, what I was holding back, and you didn't stop at nothing to get the truth. That's what a quill does. No bullshit. Always the truth. You say it like it is. You did it because it felt good and you wanted to at the time. Isn't that right? It
I don't
felt
think
good.
I'm any quill anymore.
It felt good to drive that machete into my face, and you can admit that.
At the time, yeah. I'm no quill no more. No quill would have hurt a brother.
You look.
I shot Cheddar. I took out Reno's eye. I butchered you. I hurt your Lady Dahlia.
Zip. Kerry, why don't you tell Oscar here what Zip did to a ranger in his final days? You were there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he made Chet eat the ranger's fingers.
Zip tortured a ranger and fed that ranger their own fed Chet the ranger's fingers. Zip did some fucked up things.
Jesus.
He didn't do those fucked up things and stop calling himself a quill though.
I can shoot a horse and cut it open and you can crawl inside it. It makes everyone feel better.
Don't worry, my last memory of Zip was actually a deputy's horse and eating it together.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me about Zip. In fact, one of my very last memories of him was in his apartment, and he was writing a book. It was getting published, and I read his whole story back right in front of him. I think if he were alive now, he would have killed me already.
Well,
that strange thing about loving someone, though, right? They don't always kill you. They make someone else.
Yeah.
Well, being ashamed of what you'd done, admitting that it felt good, that's the first step, Oscar Quill. It's the first step to acknowledging who you truly are at your core. And if you are going to make it out here, you need to start acknowledging the things that you are good at and the things you aren't, and the things you enjoy. The sooner you embrace that, the sooner you'll have an easier time out here. You can always come back from whatever you think you've done.
You think there's redemption for what I did?
Ain't for me to say. That's your journey to figure out, kid. But you hurt someone who probably deserved to be hurt, I'll tell you that much. I ain't innocent. Don't view me as innocent because I am not that. You did not take a machete to an innocent man. I'm not innocent. Neither was Zip, neither is Kerry or Blaze here. We're not innocent. No one who decides to roll up a bandana over their face and pull out a gun in this fucking crossing is innocent. We all pay our dues and we all get what's coming to us one way or another. And that day was my day. Recompense.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll come back after restart. The Muse, thank you so much for the follow, and who else followed? Sinfaller, thank you, and MS Star Fox, thank you. Appreciate it. I believe the last word I said was recompense, was it not?
Recompense.
You see, you brought out a side of me that I'd kept hidden that day, Oscar. A side I don't like to show people all too often. Not many people can push me to get there. But you did. I suppose only a quill could. You came after me where it hurt. You came after Dahlia. And at the time, someone who was in my gang. Another kid who has an eye patch similar to yours now. Do you know what you're capable of now? Did you ever think you'd be capable of this?
No. I didn't think I amount much to anything. Zip pushed me. He wanted me to learn the ways of the quills, learn the ways of my father, learn the ways of you. In fact, my last conversation with him was to seek your guidance.
My guidance, huh? That was Zip
Yeah.
for you. He had too much faith in me, I think. Faith that I knew what I was doing. That I had it all together. But let me tell you a secret. Zip didn't have it all together. I didn't. No one does. No one. That's what they don't tell you.
You said, you used to be part of your gang. What do you meant by that?
Well, Oscar. As it turns out, you thought you were going through a miserable time. It's been my turn. Recompense, the cycle, the circle I mentioned before. As it turns out, everything I thought to be true just isn't. Because the wounds you see afflicted on me right now, these gunshot wounds, were none other than Reno himself.
Reno. He was a God-fearing man. Why would he do that to you?
Amanda's dead.
That is still dead?
I got into it with some fellas. I shot a fella down that needed shooting. In front of his group. They declared war on us. They picked up Amanda and killed her because I let her attend a meeting that she wanted to be at to have our backs. Cook and Winnie came back, said I shouldn't have let her go to that meeting. We killed everyone that was involved in her death. But the long and short of it is we had a big argument at the fort of Fort Mercer. I walked away to catch my breath. I figured an argument was an argument. I thought I was gonna just go to sleep. I was out looking at the water on a hill near the fort. Then I hear a shuffling. And who I thought was my brother comes up behind me and points a gun to the back of my head. It was Cook. I turn around and I ask him, "Brother, what are you doing?" He says, "She's dead, Dazza." I said, "How could you do this to me, Cook? After everything I've done for you, how could you point a gun at me?" He said, I leave you to deal with Oscar, and my brother loses an eye for it. I leave you to deal with these people and Amanda dies for it. That's two of my blood, Dazza. That's what he said to me, two of my blood. Looking at me as if I wasn't even worth as much blood as that. You see, that was my mistake, and this is the piece of advice I'm going to give you right now, Oscar. The same advice I've been giving other folk. Be very careful who you give your heart, your soul, your blood, your sweat, your tears to. Make sure it's for the right person. Make sure it's someone whose convictions you align with. Make sure it's someone who gives a damn about you as much as you give a damn about them. Because that day I found out one very simple fact. If I'm not blood, I'm secondary. I thought I was worth as much to Cook as his own blood, but I wasn't. I will never amount to more than anything to him than Reno. I'll never mean as much to him as Winnie. I'll never mean as much to him as Amanda. Cook is all about Cook's blood and everything else is secondary, including me. And that's what made me easily disposable, even after my years of loyalty. My years, you know what my years of loyalty got me? It was a gun to the back of the head. All for trying to put some fuckers in place that needed putting in place. Amanda wanting to be at that meeting was her right as a fucking grown woman. But that didn't stop Cook. He said, "That's two of my blood, Dazza." And I looked at him dead in the eye and I said, "Now it's going to be three." And I fanned him down. After I shot him down, Reno shot me down. Dahlia pulled to defend me and got shot down herself. And my whole world was turned over. That is what happened to me, kid.
Blaming you for the death of her sister.
Said I should have beat her over the head with a gun or tied her up to stop her from going to a meeting. The meeting where they found out she was associated with us, but she wasn't even one of us.
Riders.
How could you possibly know what would happen, the outcome?
Doesn't matter.
If it
Sometimes
wasn't going to be Amanda, it would have been someone else.
that's the thing, kid. Sometimes you can dedicate yourself to a cause, and just overnight it can amount to nothing. All the bullets you fire for people, the heart that you give them to hold in their hand, the tears that you shed for them, the blood. Sometimes it amounts to nothing. Sometimes you can just be loyal to the wrong people. So I tell you again, do not end up like me. Whatever you do in this life, whoever you follow, if you follow yourself, someone else, make sure their convictions align with you and make sure that they give a damn about you as much as you them. Don't be me. Don't be a fool.
You want to know something Zip told me?
What's that?
When my father arrived in the crossing, he apparently hated his guts. Because apparently he had everyone in his own blood. Because he had nothing but bad luck from them. Nothing but bad experiences, nothing that told him they were truly his family. He always said to me, family were the people that he were loyal to. People who were loyal to him. My father had to really prove himself. Zip. I guess he was one of many. But from how highly he spoke of you, the conversations I was able to have with Zip before he passed, he held you in high regard. He would never talk about his mother or even his brother that much, to be honest. But you? Honestly, I generally thought maybe you guys were brothers. He spoke about you. I guess in the way you go.
I can second that one.
I have one rule. And Zip did too. There is one thing Zip never did to me, not even once. We butted heads towards the end. We beat on each other, we swore at each other, we had disagreements. But there is one thing Zip never did to me while I was in his gang, and that was pull a gun to me. That's why he always had my loyalty, even though when I wasn't in his gang anymore. He never, not once, pointed the barrel of his 6-shooter in my direction, ever. He took care of his own and the people he viewed as family, and he knew who was loyal to him. And he repaid loyalty with loyalty. He never repaid loyalty with a stab to the back or a gun to the back of the head. That's what made Zip one of the greatest outlaws of the West. Loyalty. What I thought was still out here. Loyalty, kid.
Loyalty is a very fleeting thing in the West these days. I thought you had good people around you. It seemed that way. After what I did to you, they hunted me down, they hired people to pick me up. I was grabbed by Ellie and her folk. They kept me in the cage for days. Until your people dealt with me. And I was telling him how jealous I was. I didn't have that kind of folk around me who go to the ends of the earth to help their brother. And now you're sitting here across this table from me telling me that that was all a lie.
Yeah, well, as it turns out, kid, you got nothing to really be jealous of, because half the people I thought I could call family probably don't give 2 fucks about me anyway. That's what I've learned this past week. Go figure, huh?
Yeah, go figure.
I felt that jealousy, to be honest.
Well, as it turns out, Kerry, you got nothing to be really jealous of either. Unless you want friends that point guns at the back of your head.
Well, it was the Unwanted Family Club.
Yeah. I was a fool. I was blind. I was looking at things through a tinted lens. A lens that I wanted to see. I was seeing what I wanted to see, not what was. That's the hardest thing to overcome when you're in a gang. If you don't see it for what it is, you're doomed. I was just a fucking idiot.
Yeah, never would I expected both of us to end up in the same boat eventually.
Maybe it's the universe's way of punishing me.
Yep.
See? We have one in agreement. But the reality is, by wanting to protect you, I only hurt you more. The same way I do to others. It's my curse, I guess.
I am sorry about Amanda. I liked her very, very much.
She had a bright future. I think by the end of it, she just wanted to live in peace. She just wanted to run her jobs, make her money, attain her wealth, and live a peaceful life. She never really wanted to hurt people. She wasn't like me, or you, or Kerry. She just wanted to live peacefully. And the ones who just want to live peacefully are the ones that just die for no reason. The universe picks them instead of people like me who deserve it thousands of times more.
Your folk were very angry. Especially when they found out Alice knew about you. But they hadn't heard from her. I made a promise to Alice not to say anything. She didn't want me getting picked up, I guess. I don't know why. After I did what I did to you on that mountain, I thought she was going to put a bullet in me.
I could give you two
Instead,
reasons.
she asked for my help.
She knew your father as well as I did. She was with him in his final breath. You know that? That woman was with him in his final breath. Maybe in that moment she saw a little bit of him when she looked at you. Same way I did.
Yeah. When you shot me with that elephant rifle on that mountain, which hurt like shit, by the way.
Zip gave that to me. It's called the Devil's Advocate.
Oh, you definitely advocated.
Yeah, I was angry.
Yeah. Saw a side of you I didn't think I'd ever see. I didn't even feel like you I was fighting. I felt like something else. I don't even think I could describe it in words. But she looked at me that day. She lifted up my face and looked me in the eye. And she shuddered. It looked like she's seen a ghost.
Well, now it's up to you where you go from here. So now I ask you, what now? What's next for Oscar Quill? Blood's been spilt. You've hurt the people that needed hurting. You've been hurt. Blood's been paid both ways and it's over. For me. What's next for you?
Redemption.
And how do you suppose on attaining that?
See, on that mountain I told you that I lost my name. I was no longer a Quill. And maybe I'll never get that back.
You get to decide that. Born into it.
That's how I feel about it. Because no Quill would hurt a brother, no Quill would strike their own down.
That's right.
I struck you down. And I made promises to your father in my own mind that I would protect you, and I ended up hurting you. So you're not the only one at fault.
Sometimes you have to hurt people to protect them, though, so stop that.
To be truthfully honest, Az, I don't know where my path's gonna lead me. Maybe I'll end up in a hole just like my father, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll walk on this earth just a little bit longer.
Or maybe.
I hurt people who shouldn't have been hurt. I hurt Cheddar in front of you just to hurt you. Reno didn't deserve it. I feel if Zip seen what I was doing, going after loved ones and not going directly after the person who deserved to be punished. I just don't think he would ever look at me the same.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why exactly do you deserve to be punished? Is what I want.
Why do I deserve it?
No. Why did he deserve it? Why were you going after him?
At the time, I just wanted to get to Dazzle. I knew if I kept attacking him, picking him up, he was just going to give me the same answers all the time. Because he's stubborn
but
like
why?
me.
Yeah, he is. But why? Like I
I'm telling you
understand
why. I went after them because that was the only way I can get him to talk.
So you're trying to kill him because he wouldn't talk to you?
I was trying to hurt the people around him to get him to me.
Is that what you're gonna do to me?
What was that?
Is that what you're gonna do to me?
Yeah. I was gonna hurt everybody around him. In fact, before I struck him down with the machete, I said the very thing that I was going to go after you, if you wouldn't.
Howdy there, mate.
Hello.
Who is you?
My name's Chicks.
Chicks.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Like a bird?
Armadillo.
Yeah, like a bird. Thank you.
You were saying?
Yeah. I had every intention of hurting you, obviously just to get to Dazzle.
Hey, Kakonem, how you going, dude?
Who's? Yeah.
There's a.
That you, Lou?
How you doing, Dazza?
Yeah, I'm alright. Not that well, actually.
It robbed me earlier.
Didn't fucking rob you. Is that the Blaze fella? Did we literally leave
Hey,
you the
Doc.
fuck alone?
I said, well, until that lady said she liked buns, you did, yeah.
No, I kind of like Delphi.
Gotcha.
Lou, what's been going on with you down in... You still in Thieves?
Yeah, everything's fine. How about you? I heard some things about, people shooting each other. Is that right?
I hear it's the talk of the town now, huh? I suppose the question is, have you heard a story or have you heard the truth?
I'm not sure.
What have you heard, Lou?
Again, I'm not sure. Just that boo who you would think are pretty close just ended up shooting each other. Other than that, I'm not,
Hold on. What the f... Oh my... Gary, what are you doing?
Jesus.
Blaze, can you give me a hand up?
For fuck's sake.
Oh, shit.
You want some whiskey? It might help.
I deserve that.
Don't fucking threaten me.
Not planning on it.
I feel
Jesus
like
fucking
I
Christ.
feel like I missed something here.
Wrap it up with that.
Thank you.
Carrie, what the fuck?
What?
You done what you needed
Seems
to
only
do.
fair. Blood for blood. Yep. I'm happy.
Did you just take off his fucking pinky?
Yep.
You're just gonna leave it on the table?
Oh, it's in my pocket, silly goose.
Why do you have it in your fucking pocket?
I'm gonna make it into wings.
You don't know where that finger's been.
Oh, you think I care?
Just make sure you wash underneath the nail.
Been sticking it in a bird.
I mean, the kid's already missing a fucking eye. You don't think he's had enough?
Nope.
Alright, well. You do you then. Not like I can even get up and do anything anyway. Hey, old man. In the chair over there.
Yes.
You know how to cauterize a wound? You know, get flames and shit like that?
Yeah.
Stop bleeding?
Yeah.
This,
Hey, give me your fucking hand.
this kid here's, hurting.
I don't think I trust this man to do anything with my...
He looks
Don't be
trustworthy.
a pussy. Shut the fuck up. Just stop it.
He looks like he spends too much time with sheep.
You've never just gotten your fucking fingers cut off, of course. Do you want it to be hot blades and then I just patch it, or do you want the gunpowders?
I mean, there's a candle over there behind
Wait,
you.
you want fucking wax in it?
No, I thought you were just gonna heat the blade above.
Well, I can do that. That's what I'm asking.
I'll
Put
be back.
gunpowders on it and lots of powder.
I just need to
Or
talk
I
to my
can-
sister Lou.
Right,
I'll
yeah. All right,
I'll have
do
a
that
chat
now.
with you. Have you around later.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Time and a place. You know? Time and place.
That was something. I don't blame you, but that was something. I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting to see that at the table.
Any inside kids?
If she's anything like me, she's just gonna stand silently and brood.
Why would I brood?
Don't the fucking do you, I don't know his voice.
She does the thing where she just isolates herself after doing something horribly
Oh,
atrocious.
fuck yeah, what does that sound like? I'm gonna try to rack my brain here.
Exactly my
It's just
point.
not quite coming to me.
I took my brother's face off and he threatened to use me against her. I feel like that's even.
I mean, she has a point.
I don't
You know,
I don't
I
hold
haven't-
it against you for doing what you did.
I've never chopped off a body part of someone.
Yeah.
I've cut out someone's eyelids.
Wait, and then as soon as I touch his hand, he starts screaming.
Blaze, make sure she doesn't go crazy and do something else.
There he goes. I love that smells.
That is so weird.
God.
I'm fucking sniffing it.
I can pretty much taste it. And he's, you guys.
You get the bleeding stopped.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You might have a phantom limb there for a few weeks, but I think it'll pass. You know, them's the tales about them phantom limbs. It's gone, but
It's
you still
alright.
feel it.
You can have the bottle.
Yeah, it's my left hand. That's fine.
Well, that's good if my pecker gets cut off. I would
You
hate
think-
to do as soon as that.
Chick, was it?
Yes, right.
You think phantom dicks exist? If your pecker gets cut off, you reckon you can still use it?
I mean, no one is that saying it.
Well, like,
And you spent some limbs, yeah.
what do you mean, like jerk it?
Oh my god.
Anyway, I'll be back. Lou, talk to you outside.
Wait, can I hear?
No. Who is that? Who is that guy? He's an interesting fella.
Yeah, it's a chick. He wants to with Callie and us.
Oh, okay.
Callie
So
Barnett.
a prospect for Thieves Landing, then.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. He's been he's helped with the bank job and a shootout and whatnot. Some other things.
Yeah, mate. Look, can we take a seat? Can I sit on the fucking bench here? It hurts to stand. It hurts.
Yeah, sure. Did Barnett come see you like a day or two ago?
He did, yeah. Okay, I'll ask you one more time, and your answer depends on how long of a story this is. What do you know?
To be honest, I don't know much other than you and your people just shot fucking at each other for some reason. Everybody's been, just spreading out this idea that something bad happened. I'm not sure what.
It all started with Ernie in Blackwater. I was talking to Blaze, my friend in Blackwater, and Ernie and his motley crew of fallen angels or whatever they were calling themselves came up to me. They were talking to Blaze and they started talking to me. They said they were living in Thieves Landing. I said, are you all Easterners or Westerners? And they said they were neither. They didn't really give me an answer. And I said, so you're not Westerners, but you live in Thieves Landing. They gave me their name, which was the 69th Regiment of the something, some bullshit name that I...
Yeah, I heard it. The fucking battalion of the fucking Fallen Angels. Thieves Landing or some fucking shit like that.
I twisted my nose at the name and I don't think they took too kindly to it, and then I started questioning what their intentions were in Thieves. They didn't like that either. Then Ernie started saying that I reminded him of the Balletti of the East because I'm all sad and mopey, and I remind him of Balletti trying to call me a fucking Easterner, talk shit about the barbarians, said that the West was dead, they're the only gang in Thieves. which I thought was disrespectful to California. And then he called Barton a jackass. And I looked at Ernie and I said, I could tell, you know how when someone has you outnumbered and they think they can say anything to you and you won't do shit? He was trying to do that to me. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
So he was trying to do that. And then I said, why don't you call Barton a jackass again, but this time send your friends away so it's just you and me, see if you still do it. Then he looked at me and he said, alright, guns, knives or fists. And at this point, this fucker was annoying me so much I thought he deserved to be shot, so I said guns. And then I said, I hope Barton's at Thieves Landing so I can drop your body off to his feet. And he said, I'll just bring someone with me and shoot that piece of shit too. So, at that point, he threatened to kill Barton. And I thought, well, okay, well, good, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy anyway. We go to Thieves Landing, his group is there. Opie, Jinx, Miriam, they're up on the water tower, overlooking me and Ernie. We both pick our guns, and we pick a side, and we start a shootout. We shoot it at each other for a good while, and then I shoot him down. I then dumped his body at his group's feet and said, welcome to Thieves Landing, and rode off. And you see, I thought that could just be that, right? You know, we both had a problem with each other, we settled it with guns, one-on-one, no one else had to get involved, fair enough, right? Am I sounding crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, blood for blood, right? Simple.
Yeah. So, that was that. But me, Reno, Amanda, Judith, and Dahlia, we're riding around and I'm looking to get some information on these folk just in case, covering my bases in case they want to seek retribution. And lo and behold, I get a telegram from the California kid when I go to Valentine saying, Ernie has declared war on the barbarians. 5 seconds after I get that telegram, fucking Ernie himself walks in. I don't recognize him at first, but Reno does, he points him out. The fucker slides out the back door and disappears into the bushes. And I figure, okay, he ran off, whatever. Opie and Jinx then come in on a wagon, a separate time. We start talking to them. Ernie comes back into town pretending like he never ran in the first place and inserted himself in the conversation. And I said, great, everyone's here, let's go for a chat outside of town. You have my word, that's all it's going to be. But at this point I have California's information that they've declared war, so I have every excuse to shoot them. But I figured I just shot the man 2 days ago. I'm not going to punch down. They're outnumbered, they're already still wounded, I'm not going to punch down. I asked them what their intentions were, if they were going to continue this with me and my group. They said they weren't for now. But he made it clear he was going to come after one of us. Before all this, Amanda, who wasn't part of us, who wasn't even one of us, but she was associated with us, Cook's sister, I told her, don't come to this meeting. There's a chance things might get dicey. Reno told her the same thing, don't come. But she insisted on being there because she wanted to watch our backs. And I didn't want to rob her of her choice to be at that meeting. She was a grown woman, I didn't want to rob her of that choice. So I let her come. They got her name there. They knew who she was, they knew she was Cook's sister, they probably found that out too. A day or two after that, I've got to finish the meeting first. Forget the day or two after that. We're back at the meeting outside of Valentine. They say that they want to continue this. Eventually, I say, well, I don't beat wounded dogs. Y'all can get the fuck out of here now, I'm giving you a chance. And they didn't like that. The next day or two, they find Amanda. They take her to the piss shack and they kill her. We're dealing with her arrangements and funeral and whatnot. And we agree that before we do anything, we're going to wait for Cook and Winnie to come back. But what they did was they punched down, they picked up someone who wasn't even one of us. Someone who was to be easily captured, an easy target. Not someone like me or Cook or Winnie or anyone who was actually part of our fucking gang. They picked someone they thought they could bully and hurt easily. An easy target. Not even one of us. But we agree we're not going to do anything till Cook and Winnie get back. And Cook and Winnie get back. And just by that I knew something was off, the way they were treating me. Winnie was blaming me, saying I should have knocked Amanda over the head with the gun, tied her up, bashed her over the head, did anything I could to have her not go to that meeting. I said I didn't want to rob her of her free will, her choice. I disagreed. We argued, but then we figured, at that point, I'd woken up that day, they'd already dealt with Opie and Jinx. They'd been shot, and then the only one left was Ernie, so we found Ernie, took him to the piss shack. As soon as I walked in there, Winnie gave me a warning. He said, "Don't you do anything, Dazza, this is your one and only warning." So Reno and Cook end up fanning him down, killing him. I say let's meet at the fort, and it's all of the barbarians aside from Lane were there. I look at Winnie and I said to her, what was that warning all about? What was that all about? What, are we warning each other now? Is that what we do? She goes, "Oh, it was just a friendly warning." I say, "So what would you have done had I done something to Ernie before anyone else did?" She said, "I would have beat the shit out of you." And then Gabe spoke up in my defense, so did Dahlia. Judith and Reno said a little bit, but they seemed to be on the fence as well with it all. It was a big argument, but then Cook got in my face. Said, "I leave you to deal with Oscar, my brother loses an eye. I leave you to deal with these people and Amanda dies." And I said, "If you don't think that I blame myself for what happened, you're wrong. I do, but it ain't all on me. At least I was here while you were away. At least I was here defending our people. At least I was here shooting down people that were putting shit on our name. And at least I was around. You weren't around. You didn't know the context of everything that fucking happened while you were gone, but now you want to come back and shit on all my choices when you weren't there to see the fuckery these people pulled." And then Winnie piped up and said something, and I said something to Winnie. I told her, pretty much called her out for being a hypocrite and told her to go fuck herself. And then I walked away. I figured an argument was an argument, that was that. You know, I'd cool off and then we could figure it all out tomorrow. Get over with the funeral preparations. So I walk out of the fort and I go up on the hill and I'm looking at the moonlight shimmering off the water. I'm trying to catch my breath, just breathe, and at that point I'm ready to just get some rest. But Lou, I don't think anything could have prepared me for what happened next. Because what happened next was the man I called brother, waiting until I was alone, following me up that hill, and pointing a gun to the back of my head. I hear the click of the hammer. I turn around and I see Cook with his pistol pointed at my face. And I ask him, I say, "Brother, what are you doing? How could you do this after everything I've done? How could you pull a gun on me?" He says, "She's dead, Dazza. She's dead." And at some point Reno had, I think, come up to the hill, so had Dahlia. They witnessed it. But I could tell something in Cook's eye. He was...
I don't know why he had to said that poorly and she was beat dead.
He was hesitating. Something in him was hesitating. He said, "First Reno, now Amanda. That's two of my blood, Dazza." And at that point I realised something. I realised Cook is all about Cook and Cook's blood. Everything else is secondary. No matter how many years you spend bleeding for someone, shooting for someone, sweating for someone, dedicating yourself to a cause. At the end of the day, I was secondary, I was disposable, I was blamable. So after he said that's 2 of my blood, I looked at him dead in the eye and I said, now it's gonna be 3, and I pulled out my gun and I fanned him down. Reno then shot me down. Dahlia pulled in my defense and got shot down too. The rest were all down the hill and ran up. Didn't even know what had happened, and I blacked out. And I come to find out from Alice. I come to find out that while I was half dead in the medical office, Winnie tried to grab me and throw me off a cliff. I spent the last few days recovering, and now here I am. That is the whole story, or most of what I can remember. That is what happened that day, Lou.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I think the reason why I shot him is clear enough. He betrayed me. He put a gun to the back of my head, my brother. And I was taught something very simple in the West, Lou, and that is, if you pull a gun, have the conviction to pull the trigger, and if you do not have the conviction to pull that trigger and you are hesitating, maybe what you're doing is fucking wrong. You don't pull a gun on your brother. So I punished him for it.
Hey, you're a liar.
The fuck was that?
What?
You're fucking liars.
What did I lie about?
So what are you gonna do now?
Yeah, I told you I was going after him.
You don't know where Cook is, you don't know Winnie. You don't know where they are.
This is the first time I've been in Armadillo since I don't know how long. I've been fucked up and recovering in some shitty fucking ransacked place out west. I've had 2 people reach out that want to talk. I haven't heard from anyone else from who I used to know. My outfit, I guess. Or I thought they were. Tell me.
That's it. Can I be?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, it's important you say what you want to say first.
Well, you've heard the story now. If you were me, what would you have done? Someone pointed a gun to the back of your head. What would you do?
If it was my brother and maybe even, my best friend, I think,
Oh my god, that is unnecessary.
fuck now. I think, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what I'd do. Because that's,
We'll probably have fun fucking cutting limbs off you, huh?
I don't know. I think it's just,
Cut off your fucking tongue, liar.
Oh,
I
that's
think
a good idea. I'm
I
gonna do that
value
next
the
time.
Yeah,
loyalty,
there you go. You hear that?
the most out of pretty much everything.
There goes your next eye.
So,
Maybe even fucking honesty.
Fucking
would you shoot a man that
Yeah.
would be loyal to you otherwise?
good luck.
Well, he's obviously not loyal to you if he's pointing a gun at you, right?
Oh,
That's the realization I've come to.
Kill yous. Come on.
You were saying, though, you were going to say something. You wanted to be honest with me about something. What was it?
Lobotomies.
It's complicated, and it might mean nothing. It's just kind of on my chest. I don't know if anybody's told you,
All right, come on. Awesome.
but you know the night Amanda got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did my daddy.
I was running around with some people, and I was trying to teach them how to rob some
I
folk.
said he could call me his daddy.
And
Wants to.
Might as
I was
well.
actually with two people.
I would.
Then
He was my offspring.
then Ernie and Jinx. And this is the second person we came across. The first person was
Next time you should cut out his fucking eyes and instead of his eyes, his fucking tongue.
fuck no. The first person we came across was some lady who wore the Barlettis. I think her name was Lydia or something. And turns out Ernie had like a what do you call it? Like a little grace period with the Barlettis, and we let the first lady go. You know, as a favor to him, right? I don't want to fuck up what he's got going on. And then the second person we crossed, we went near Strawberry, and it was Amanda. And what ended up happening was a little argument between Ernie, Jinx, and Amanda, while me and these two other people just sat by, and they were saying how Amanda was, you know, she's so innocent and this and that, and blah blah blah. Why was she at some meeting with outlaws? And then Amanda just fired back with saying how Ernie and Jinx and them are just all talk and they never do nothing. You know, they're fucking cowards and all this. And I say, let's, you know, let Amanda, you know, let her go and be on her way.
You left your hat over there.
And this was out near Riggs and Strawberry.
It's got lice.
We let her go. And then Ernie and Jinx say they're going to go and leave and do something. Going the same way that Amanda went. And I go and send a telegram to, you know, I realize what Ernie's going to do and Jinx are going to do to Amanda. You know, I think if I was in their shoes and if I thought the same things they thought, I'd be fucking angry. You know, I got shot down and thieves and all this other shit happened, and you know, if that's the only person I know that I could go after, I realized, and so I sent Ernie a telegram asking him to you know, do me a favor like I did him one. You know, letting go of this Lydia lady. But turns out they got Amanda before they even saw the telegram. And all I asked was for them to leave Amanda alone for just that night.
Where did they get
Because she
her
was all
from?
by herself. I think somewhere east of Riggs, probably.
You know,
That's the way she headed.
you were probably the last people who saw her alive then. The last.
And I'm only saying that because I just feel like stop. If I fucking knew they were gonna shoot
Lou,
her,
real quick, can I interject?
yeah. What is it?
What's our dumbass gang name?
The Stillwater Riders.
That shit, yeah. Right. Yeah. And you
The only
wanna go
reason
around
I'm saying is
very
I feel
good.
like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Amanda's fucking dead. I think I could have done something, but I didn't think they were gonna shoot her. I thought maybe they'd
What were
talk
you
to her.
What were you supposed to do? Get involved in a conflict that wasn't yours?
Yeah, but I still feel like I could have fucking done something. I could have, ran up to them, said, "Hey, I know what you're gonna do. Fucking stop."
And if
At
you,
least for tonight. That's it.
I'm sure you tried, but even if you did do that, they would have just found her another day. I think some things are just inevitable. Got to come to terms with them.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
We haven't even put her in the ground yet, and we're all damn near killed each other. So much for barbarians. So now you know. I don't know what you've been told, but that is what happened. Dang it, Lacey. Yeah, man. It's...
Where do you live now? You still in the Thieves, or you just around here in Armadillo?
I live in the West. I go where I want, live where I want, as far as I'm concerned.
I
I live in the West. That's all there is to it, Lou.
You're not worried that Cook is gonna come after you?
I don't really run from things I'm not afraid of. This is my home.
You didn't have to come save me, okay? You just
And
kinda
last I
got
checked, I'm not the
bored
one
of
that
being
betrayed
bitten
Cook.
and
Cook
shot him
betrayed
out.
me. All I was doing was defending myself against a man who was gonna shoot me.
I haven't seen him for a while. His name's Ollie.
And if him or whoever else thinks that that is justification enough to come after me, then let themselves keep deluding themselves. Because I know for a fact Cook hesitated. He didn't have the conviction to pull the trigger on me. And if you don't have the conviction to pull the trigger on someone, like I said, maybe what you're doing is fucking wrong. So he was punished for it. It's how it always works. It's the rule of the West. Pull a gun, best be prepared to use it. It's how things have always worked out here. I don't know. I don't know what comes next. I don't see many of my outfit riding on me, aside from Winnie. She might do something crazy and stupid. I don't see the rest doing it. But I've been wrong before, who knows? The people I thought I knew, I don't. So who knows, Lou? Whatever it is, I'll handle it.
Well, if you ever need help, you know where to find me, right?
Yeah, I do. I know you, Callie, and all them are doing something good in Thieves Landing. In fact, I think, from what I heard, a lot of people are dropping like flies out here. Aside from you and your folk.
Well, that's not true. You fucking. I mean, just before, a couple of weeks from now, we had Zhao get executed, and we had Ramiro die.
I mean, yeah, I
by
mean,
fucking Callie's hand.
This must be a cursed couple of months. I mean, a couple of your folks
Yeah,
die. All of my folks shoot each other. All the Los Animales have been driven out of tall trees. Eyelid and her fort gang are driven out. Ain't a good time
it's
to be a
pretty
Westerner.
fucked, actually.
It ain't a good time to be a Westerner, I'll tell you that much.
Fuck no, it isn't. We're still here, right?
I guess. I'm gonna check my telegrams.
Check.
I've been lurking, but I'm surprised to hear Yeah, it's all on my last VOD, but yeah, Dazzer's like still very fucked up, but he's feeling very betrayed. He feels betrayed by Cook, like it really hurt him. What went down? Reno's around. Everyone's around, man. Oh, I'm so tired. I want to meet Reno.
I don't think so, but I was gonna look.
Hey, Daza, her name's Jinx. Don't go near her.
Hello, Jinx.
Gary.
You want me to rob her?
No. It's all done.
You gonna go?
Reno telegram me is around.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna go meet him near Benedict.
Well, I'm coming with you.
You can. Oscar,
Probably best if I stay here.
I think you're right. Listen, before I leave, I want to just tell you one thing, and I'll repeat to you what I said in that.
Doing good.
In that saloon.
Yeah, but I'm being paid to beat the shit out of him again. Hey, come here, boy.
Oh, I think he was talking to me, but
Go
finish what you said.
Go have your fight.
Just
fight.
give him a second. Just give him a second.
Okay.
You
If
sure?
he needs to talk to him, I'd say it's true because I'm gonna kill this motherfucker with a left hook.
I have no doubt.
Did you practice and check?
Huh?
Whatever you do next, Oscar, just be careful who you
$20 to come up.
set your convictions with. Make sure the people that you care for and ride with, or whatever you do, make sure they give a fuck about you as much as you do them. Be careful who you give your blood, your soul, and your heart to.
Doing, Leroy's?
Don't end up like me.
I just wish I'd seen that sooner, Dazzle.
I don't even know where I left my horse. Is this my horse? But so.
Hey, Daz.
Yeah.
Do you got any problem with the Jinx lady?
She's already been dealt with, no.
Everybody
I don't have a problem with her.
Okay, I'll let her know. She's scared.
Sorry.
She's fucking shitting herself.
Do you think I'm gonna fucking...
by the way, Luz, that fucking Melody lady might have gotten fucking...
$20 to kill you or something.
You take me to Benedict.
Right, having up.
I don't think she has it in there, to be honest.
Is that what the West is?
Don't
Just
kill him.
mercenaries?
Don't kill him. That was the lady that killed her, right?
Yeah, apparently. So Lou told me she was shitting herself, worried I was gonna kill her, but she's already been shot. I see no point.
Yeah, I don't want to touch her. I wanted to rob her, though.
I mean, I wouldn't have stopped you. I'm too fucked up to do anything, but I wouldn't have stopped you.
No, not while I'm with you. I won't do that.
Well, here I go to meet the man who shot me.
What about if I shoot him? Can I cut off his pinky too?
No.
Okay.
If I agree to talk to someone, I don't try and hurt them unless they try and hurt me. I don't think he's gonna shoot me a second time.
Drink some water.
Alright.
Probably should have got you some more when we were in town.
It's alright.
If you ever need anything, bodies, guns, just somebody, just to let him know.
You know what I do want to do? When I'm healed?
What?
Do a job with you.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Well. They say siblings share brain cells or something like bullshit like that. I don't know.
No, it's the twin experience.
Yeah.
Am I going the wrong way? I don't even know where
Go
you're
left.
going anymore.
Go left.
Do you know who Isla is?
Isla.
Yeah.
No. Here I am. You wanted to meet, here I am.
Mostly I wanted to make sure that you were alive and not gone.
Well, I could count on my hand the amount of folk that have nearly put me in the ground. You came pretty damn close.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to be one of them, but I was placed into that situation by what transpired on that hill.
I think a lot of us were.
Yeah. You know, I get why my brother pointed a gun at you. Because of how upset he was and mad, just like everything. And I get why you did what you did.
I was taught a very specific way, Reno. The same way your brother was taught. He knows this just as well as I do. You pull a gun on someone in the West, you best be damn prepared to use it. And if you don't have the conviction to pull the trigger, then maybe what you're doing is wrong.
That's a load of bullshit. People have pulled guns on people before and not shot.
No brother of mine has pulled a gun on me, ever. I don't reward loyalty with a gun to the back of the head.
He lowered the gun. Sure, he pointed it. He just didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You didn't see him when he found out what happened. You didn't see that. You didn't have to tell him that you failed. At the start, I had to tell him everything. I had to tell him that I was one of the reasons on why my sister was gone. And I should have spoke up more at the fort to help defend you. I tried my best. And I should have spoke up more on that hill, but I didn't want to interrupt what you two were saying. I tried to, and then you shot him. Justified or not. And then that put me in a very, very, very bad situation. Where I had to shoot one of my closest friends down. And then in me doing that to you, your lady decided to put a gun, and I had to shoot her as well, and I didn't want to do that. But I was left no choice. None. At all. I didn't do what I did, and my brother survived. He probably would have killed me. Or somebody else there at that time would have pulled me aside and shot me in my head. Because I was weak. Hell, I think you might have even shot me because I was weak. You might have even told me you really just let me shoot Cook down and did nothing about it. You can tell me I'm wrong, but that's what I believe. Get the fuck out of here, mister. This is a private goddamn conversation. You're trying to eavesdrop. Leave. You want some next, partner? Get out of here.
You want to know what I believe? I believe that day you defended your brother, as you would do to your dying breath, and I defended my convictions. I don't care about the semantics of if he would have shot me, if he wouldn't have shot me. The reality of the situation is he followed me up on that hill, calculated, pulled out his gun and put it to the back of my head. While I was looking out to the water, I heard the click of that hammer and I looked behind me and I saw who I thought was my brother pointing a gun at me. You don't do that to people you love. You just don't.
I've heard stories of a lot of people hurting people they love. A lot.
I'm sure you have. But I think I finally realized something that day. You see, that was the wake-up call for me. You mean the world to Cook, Reno. You're his blood. When he had that gun pointed at my head, he said, "First Reno, now Amanda, that's two of my blood."
I remember it all too well.
Maybe I was wrong about it all. Maybe I wasn't worth as much to Cook as his blood, because I think Cook is all about Cook and his blood. You, Amanda, I will never amount to or mean as much to Cook as you do to him as Amanda. If I'm not Cook's blood, if I'm not Winnie, I'm secondary. I'm disposable. That's all I was taught that
Oh,
day.
you're fucking... Okay, well, this is way too crazy, what you're saying right now. This is insane.
It ain't insane.
Did you just make... Partner, did you just make this whole narrative up right now? Because that is insane to me. You mean more to Cook than I do. Don't you fucking understand that?
Then how is it that I'm the one that finds the gun at the back of my head and not you? Tell me that.
Because I
If
wasn't.
that is true.
Because it wasn't my time. Like I told you, you didn't see what happened. I told him she died. The pain and rage in his eyes, I thought he was going to pull his gun and shoot me there, but he didn't. I'm not saying he would have or he was going to, but my gut told me that he might hurt me because of what happened, and it would have been justified in the sense of him punching me in the mouth. But to think that Cook didn't care about you or doesn't care about you or whatever is crazy to me. You two have rode together for a long time. You two were brothers in arms for a long, long time. And what transpired in that fort was emotional between both of y'all and everybody there. Mistakes are mistakes. They can be mended.
How?
Cook was just really hurt. What do you mean, how?
How do you mend?
By you and him talking. But he ain't awake now. Doctor said she don't know when he gonna wake up. If he wakes up at all. And if he wakes up, who knows what he's gonna be like. I get you being mad, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that, oh, you can't be mad or you shouldn't be mad. You have every goddamn right to be mad. Everybody has a reason to be mad at what happened. I'm mad at what happened. I didn't want to have to shoot anybody, especially nobody in my own fucking gang. Especially someone that was teaching me things, or telling me how to do certain things, or just being my brother. And I had to shoot you for that. I had to shoot you because of what happened. And now, everything that we worked so hard for is poofed up in the smoke and gone.
Yeah, well,
I believe in my heart of hearts that Cook wasn't going to shoot, but that, again, is no defense of what he did.
Do you know that for a fact,
Sure, he
Reno?
pulled a gun.
Can
I
you
believe
safely
that in
say,
my heart of hearts, doesn't I?
with all your heart,
in my heart of
100%, he
hearts.
was not going to shoot me? Because I don't know. I don't know if you can
If you
say
don't
that you're
know,
sure.
then I just told you that I'm sure, Daza. I believe in my heart of hearts that he was not gonna shoot you. I believe that he was just... He turned into me for a moment. Remember when I first arrived and everybody was looking at me like I was just... whatever you were looking at me like? And every time we did anything, I was throwing up and my hands were shaking.
I remember, and I was trying to toughen you up. Because I know that you had a long road ahead. A treacherous road, and it was only going to get worse, and the sooner you wisened up and got a taste for the blood, the easier time you'd had. I was trying to hasten your journey so you'd be ready for what was coming. I remember how you were. I remember who you
That's
used
exactly
to be.
what Cook became. That's exactly what Cook became when I told him what happened to Amanda. He was off to the side and he was puking his guts up. Couldn't catch his breath. And then something just snapped. Immediately he stood up, snapped, and said, "We need to go."
You know,
And then we found the people immediately. And then whatever happened after that happened. But I just wanted to talk to you just to tell you how I felt and listen to how you feel. You should talk to my brother if he wakes up.
you know what I was told? I was told that
No.
while I was half dead in that medical office when he tried to pick me up and throw me off a cliff. You think she's gonna let me near Cook? You think she's not gonna try and kill me
She
herself?
will let you near Cook because we all spoke to her. I'm pretty sure people spoke to her about it. She was just mad in the moment. And that was because of me. Again. She asked what happened and I told her what happened. I said they had a conversation. Cook pointed a gun at Daza. He lowered the gun. His hands were trembling. Daza was upset, talking about being disrespected, about how Cook never stands up for him. And then Cook mentioned how many more people's blood have to be spilled. There's already been 2 of his own family, Reno and Amanda. What about Judith next? What about whoever else? And then Daza said, I suppose it has to be 3 times, and shot. But the part that set her off was I said that I don't think Cook fired a single bullet. And that is what pissed her off. And that's what made her really upset. And in the moment, she decided to try and do something rash, which everybody was like, what the hell are you doing? Don't fucking do that shit. It's stupid. Now she's calmed down a bit from what I last saw.
Alright, you say she's calmed down, but listen, take it from me as someone who's known Winnie longer than you. Winnie and I, we share a trait, and you know what that trait is?
Emotion.
No, something far worse. You see, people speak to her. She sees things. She speaks to the dead. When she puts her mind to something, there's a twitch in her eye and a look of ferocity. She's deranged. She can be deranged if she wants to be. There is something inside of her that is just as liable to snap as the same thing that's inside of me. And we have spoken about this before. She might be all well and fine now, but who's to say she's well and fine tomorrow, Reno?
She ain't gonna stop you from seeing Cook. I didn't stop my sister from going to that meeting, but I will stop her from disrespecting you and not letting you speak to Cook. Because that ain't right. And I don't care if she's mad at me. I could give two fucks less. She didn't care about my sister when she was alive.
You want to know something?
Sure.
Cook pointed that gun at the back of my head and told me Amanda was dead. As if I were to blame, as if he didn't pull me aside a long time ago and say that he wanted to shoot her himself. And I had to stop him, talk him out of it. He ever tell you that?
Yeah, about the whole rancher situation. Because I was there for that too. And I also told him not to do something so fucking stupid. He gets very mad. You know, we talk about people that get mad and deranged. I think he and you are up there. And Winnie too. I think he just didn't know what the fuck was going on and how to handle it.
Yeah.
And that's my truth. But that's not for me to really get into because I don't know the inner workings of my own brother's mind, and I don't think I ever will. And to be quite honest with you, I don't think I want to fucking know what goes on in there. Because my own head's a mess.
Well, we all have our convictions. Mine is, I would never point a gun at someone that's in my own gang. I know that Cook's used to pulling guns and slapping the shit out of Winnie, beating her down. I've seen him do it many times. I've seen him pull guns on Winnie and do it. But I ain't Winnie. I ain't gonna tolerate that shit. Anyone that pulls a fucking gun on me gets put down. Anyone. And I stand on that.
So what are you gonna do to me?
Nothing. I don't intend to do nothing, Reno.
I pulled a gun on you after what happened, no? I didn't want to, but I had to.
I shot Cook. You shot me. What am I gonna
Does
gain
Dahlia
by...
feel the same way?
You'd have to
Until
ask
I shot
Dahlia.
her for shooting you.
You'd have to ask Dahlia. But all I have to say is that my faith in what I thought I knew, the people I thought I knew, the person I thought I knew, that faith has been snatched from me. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Let me find something to believe in. I know I once had something.
If you think I'm gonna come after the people that rode with me, that were loyal to me and helped me through thick and thin, then you're wrong. I have no intention.
Yeah, I never thought that you'd go after anybody but me, to be quite honest with you. I assumed that because of what I did to Dahlia after the fact, when I shot you and she started shooting me, at me anyway, then I assumed that something would happen to me for sure. And I told the rest of them that. I said, I assume something might happen to me, but I'm almost guaranteeing that everybody else should be fine.
I don't blame you for shooting me. Your loyalty is to your brother, obviously. Your leader. Dahlia obviously had my back. I don't think you can blame her for trying to shoot you, for shooting me.
No, I can't blame her, but I don't know. There's just a but there, and I don't know what words to fit in there to make it make sense. Like I said, I think you should speak to Cook if he ever wakes up, and the conversation might go nowhere, and if it doesn't go nowhere, then it goes nowhere. I can see you're set in your ways now. And I can see that from what you said, you could really care less.
I couldn't care less about coming after y'all, is what I mean. What happened happened. People got shot. It is what it is now. The damage is done. How it gets undone, I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Man, neither do I. I just wanted to talk to you to, like I said, see if you were alive and figure out how you were.
I'm alive. And if Cook wants to talk to me, he knows where to find me. I ain't far. I'm always in the West. It's my home after all. I don't plan on going anywhere. You'll see me around.
So what do you plan to do out in the West?
Pick up the pieces, Reno.
You know that Jinx lady's out here, right? And that OP guy?
I saw
ride with
Jinx.
the Del Lobos now.
I saw Jinx 10 minutes before I came here in Armadillo, and Lou told me she was shitting herself, thinking I was gonna kill her. But I'm not gonna shoot someone that's already been dealt with.
Yeah, they ride with the Del Lobos now with that pussy guy.
You know, I think shooting someone for your brother's an admirable quality, but start thinking about what you're gonna do if the next time that gun is pointed at your head, Reno. If that time ever comes. If it can be me, it can be anyone. And you're smart enough to know that.
Yeah, well, I was never a gunslinger and I never will be. I doubt that time will ever come to where I have a gun pointed at the back of my head from my own brother.
I thought the same.
But if it does, then I'll be dead before I even turn around.
Yeah.
I ain't quick like you, William. Never will be. Never wanna be. And all I gotta show for the scars and the shit that I've been through is just fucking sand beneath my goddamn feet.
I ain't heard from anyone else other than you and Judith. What of them? Are they alive?
Last I saw, Gabe was upset. Took the leg off and threw it away. I had to go find it for him. Judge is... Judge... bitching and moaning at me because we want to make sure that he's fine. So I told him to go fuck himself and he never see me again. So that's how that's going. Lane is fine, doing his own thing for what it seems. Not for the people, he's just riding around, not waiting for people, he's just gonna get himself hurt, but what can we do? People don't want to listen. So that's that.
That is that indeed.
Well, I won't keep you anymore. You should probably get some rest. But I should probably get some sleep before I get the shit beat out of me for meeting you alone without telling nobody.
Well. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, I
Reno.
guess.
We all got our convictions. Let's go.
You alright?
Yeah. Hey, Namello. That was a really good scene with Reno. Reno could get in shit for meeting with us alone, I think, from what he made it sound like.
That'd be good.
I did not think I was going to stay up this late. I did not expect to be role-playing this late. I'm crazy. But, you know, figured I'd log on and do some injury RP.
How do you feel after that?
I don't know. I feel like I said my piece, he said his. He told me he thinks Cook was never gonna shoot me. I said it didn't matter whether he was or wasn't. If anyone pulls a gun on me, they're getting put down no matter what. I don't pull guns on my brothers. He asked me if I was gonna shoot him for what happened that day. I said I had no interest in shooting him.
Yeah. Stuck on a rock.
He wants me to meet Cook. I said if Cook wants to meet, he knows where to find me. I'll be out west.
Oh, at least he's still alive, I guess.
Yeah. Judith, we're throwing hands, motherfuckers. Keep doing shit alone.
The function is does Cook want to meet you?
He's the one that threw me away. If he wants to talk to me, he can reach out. If he wakes up.
Ah.
What's that?
Oh, the way you were talking made it sound like it's okay.
No, he's... I think Rena said he still hasn't woken up. Thank you for being there.
You're welcome.
I wasn't sure how that was gonna go. I wasn't in any condition to defend myself, but it's not gonna stop me from meeting people who want to meet me.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost shot him when he took his gun.
No, he was just getting rid of some pesky eavesdroppers.
I think I'm lost.
I feel like I should go to bed before I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to take you back to the cabin, but I can't remember where it is anymore. Oh, it's over here, never mind. I am also really tired, but I did not want you to go to that alone. Just in case.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't gonna stop you. I'll see you again, won't I?
Yeah. Damn it, my horse is gone.
The one that you killed? Wasn't there a dead one out here?
Yeah, you were meant to sleep in it so you get the horse hug. Makes you feel better.
Are you staying here? You sleeping here? Or are you gonna sleep somewhere else?